Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Matthew Harris here, and over the next few minutes I'm going to share with you a really simple system to help you accelerate and increase your sponsoring rate on Facebook. And I know a lot of people have been turning to Facebook as kind of like this magic bullet to help them accelerate their success in network marketing. The fact of the matter is, yes, you can absolutely build a dynamic business through Facebook. I've done it, and so have my business partners. I literally went from having $20 to my name and enrolling in my company. The name of my company is Shackley. Got started February 1st. First week made $2,000. My third month, my income actually went over $13,000 in a month for the first time. My life has never been the same ever since. And 90% of the business that we duplicated through Facebook, that's how it happened. We built it through Facebook, and I'm going to show you some of the key components of our system. Here's what it starts with. Number one is you want to brand you. A lot of people get on the Facebook and make the mistake, and I made this mistake early on when I first got started, thinking that I had to brand my company. So I was constantly posting links about my business, and oh my goodness, this just happened. Our CEO just did this, and did you know that this ingredient is bad for you? And so if you looked at my Facebook, all you saw was my company. I even had my profile picture be the logo of my company, and I wasn't sponsoring anyone into the business at all. When I started paying attention to what I was doing and wondering why it wasn't working, I started looking at what other people were doing, and at the time, pretty much everyone was doing the same thing I was doing. And as we started to get together and back and forth and really get to the bottom of it, we started to realize that none of us were actually enrolling people through Facebook. And so I started to change my thinking a little bit. And a mentor of mine told me this, and he was never really built his business online, but he told me something that made a whole lot of sense. He said, Matt, people will fly around the world to meet an individual, and oftentimes they won't even cross the street for a company or an opportunity. And when I heard that, it made so much sense, and I started focusing on branding me. Because people join people, they don't join companies. So if you go to my Facebook page now, you'll barely be able to see that I'm even involved in network marketing at all. You'll see my lifestyle though, you'll see the fruits of my labor, and you'll see us traveling around the world, you'll see us being able to hang up on the pool at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, or taking off in the middle of the week to go hang out, or whatever the case may be. You'll see our lifestyle, we share it with people on Facebook, and we also communicate a lot on Facebook. And we sign up and enroll a lot of people through Facebook, and I'll show you how to do it. But it starts with you shifting your mentality and focusing on branding you. Now, if you're trying to figure out what's the best way to brand you, it's really simple. What are you passionate about? What is it that you already do that you enjoy doing? If you enjoy hanging out on Facebook, then it's even easier for you. But if you don't, then listen, don't try and change who you are. On Facebook, talk about the stuff that you like to do outside of Facebook. Post the pictures if you're into traveling, or if you're, whatever the case may be, if you're into sports, talk about that kind of stuff. Brand you, but really have a good time being you. That's the beauty of Facebook. And you'll actually start to attract people that are like-minded. That's really cool. Now, step 2 is to build your list. Now, Facebook allows you to build a network of 5,000 people. That's the limit. Now, Mark Zuckerberg, in his wisdom, if you want to call it that, decided to build Facebook around the idea that he wanted people to reconnect. People that already knew each other in the real world, he wanted them to have a safe place where they could reconnect. So Facebook is specifically designed around that idea that you want to have people communicate, and they already communicate in real life anyway, or help people that maybe have lost touch with each other get reconnected. It's not necessarily designed to help you go out and build this huge list of people that you don't know. So it actually is focused on the quality of the relationships. And that's where we're going to talk about in step 3, because some people think that just having 5,000 friends on their friends list is going to help them become rich in network marketing. It's not that case at all. I know people that have 500, 700 friends that enroll a lot of people every single month, and there's people that have 5,000 people on their friends list, 4,000 people on their friends list, barely getting anyone enrolled in their business at all. It's because it's the quality of the relationships, not the quantity. So Facebook is a really, really cool way to develop relationships. And that's step 3 here. Build and maintain relationships. Use Facebook 80% of the time to reconnect with people and to develop relationships and strengthen relationships with people. A lot of us don't necessarily have the time every single day or an evening to call up all the people that we know. But Facebook allows us to leave a comment here to say, hey, I was thinking about you. Hey, I like that picture. Hey, what's going on with you? How you been? To really touch base with people in these little popcorn type conversations that really keep the relationships alive and keep them moving. That's the exciting thing about Facebook. So I personally spend about 80% of my time on Facebook doing non-business related quote-unquote activities. of connecting with people and maintaining relationships. 20% of the time I'll talk about the business, and I would suggest you do the same thing. Keep that rule simple. 80% of the time, enjoy yourself, network, all that kind of stuff. 20% actually talk about your business, maybe a little publicly, even less, if less than 20%. But what you'll find is those relationships, as they strengthen, you start to attract more people to you. And they'll want to know how it is that you're doing this and what it is. It starts to open up conversations naturally. That's the beauty of it. Step 4, and really the last one, which is probably what most of you guys are even watching this video to find out about, is how to enroll people into your business through Facebook. Now, I'll tell you a story. A friend of mine got started with me, and he had been in the industry before. What he had been taught to do wasn't necessarily wrong, it's just that it took a lot of time and cost him a lot of money. He was taught to go out and meet people. So he was driving, lived up in Northern California, driving all over the place, and you know, you guys up in Cali have a lot of tolls on your highways, and your gas is crazy expensive, even though the rest of the world is, you know, we're all struggling anyway. But long story short, he was spending around $400, $500 a week just in gas, trying to meet people to help build his business. And he called me one day and found out I was hanging out by the pool, and you know, he was like, "What are you doing? How is it that you're, you know, enrolling this many people into the company, and you don't even leave your house to do it?" And I showed him the system that we created called Facebook Prospecting Power. Right? Showed him the system. He plugged in with it, and it changed his business completely. He ended up being the #1 recruiter that month in the entire company, and got, you know, through some other changes and all that kind of stuff, transitioned to a new company. He actually made $2,000 his first day, and his third month, I believe, earned between $6,000 to $7,000 plus. Got a new car payment from the company. Also earned all these exotic trips. I mean, he had fantastic success without ever leaving his home. So absolutely, and he built 100% of his business from that point. I mean, he switched completely. He said, "Okay, forget driving around. I'm doing everything through Facebook," and that's exactly what he did. But I'm telling you this story to tell you this. First of all, it took a skill set and a time that he had to go through to learn some of these details, but he attacked it. He really went and studied our system and really put in the effort, so he deserved the success. So absolutely, you can enroll a lot of people, and you can teach them how to duplicate through the process. But first and foremost, you've got to do the other steps first. You've got to brand yourself, you've got to build your list, and also build and maintain relationships. Now, obviously we can't get into all the details, all the dynamics, everything on each of these steps, but hopefully that gives you kind of a parameters and really a set of ideas of what you should do next as you're looking to build your business, your network marketing business and enterprise through Facebook. And I'll tell you, it can be an absolutely incredible asset for you and for your team. So thank you so much for watching this. Hopefully it was helpful. I look forward to seeing you in some of our other training videos as we go along. Take care, and like I always say, dream, then find a way.